Pregnancy centers across Minnesota are defending their work as their funding is about to take a severe cut. They are fighting back against state leaders and the mainstream media for casting them in a bad light and pushing lies about the work they say they really do. As a college student, you considered an abortion.
I did.
As executive director of Options for Women East in St. Paul, Jennifer Meyer is honest about her past.
Options for Women has been in the community for 33 years. We've been in this location for about 20.
As it eventually paved the way to her future.
We serve low-income, unstable housing, difficult situation women and their families through pregnancy journey.
Meyer's own journey began with a pregnancy that was never part of the plan.
I became pregnant and had that moment of decision of, oh my gosh, like, what do I do? Do I have an abortion and do this in silence and not tell anyone? Luckily, my then boyfriend, now husband, decided that, you know what, that's not what we do, and helped keep my conviction of that's what I truly believe. I finished college, we had a child. That child now has my first granddaughter. It wasn't easy, but life isn't easy. But I've been in that moment of decision of where do you go? Do you go here or do you go there? I feel that's why I'm here today. So we'll take you into our ultrasound room.
Still today, Meyer feels forced to justify what happens here after months filled with turmoil post-Roe in Minnesota, with centers like hers under attack.
We've had to make sure that the patients that walk in are protected. We've had to make upgrades to our facility. It became a, oh my gosh, what's going to happen next? It made it harder to just do our job. And our job is to serve the women that walk through the door. And I'm sure their end game is that we just aren't here.
Options for Women East offers just that, information on all options, abortion, adoption, and parenting for the 300 women they see every year. There is no cost for pregnancy tests, ultrasounds, STI treatment, and their prenatal care program.
This is where we run all of our tests. I can speak to my center, and this is what we do. We use medically accurate information. My nurses, my doctors, my staff are all licensed and trained. That is an absolute. I want them to come in and get the best care possible. We want to make sure that mama has healthy pregnancy for mom and baby.
But Governor Tim Walz has promised to rescind the $3 million in tax dollars that go to 33 such sites in the state. Governor Tim Pawlenty started the Positive Alternatives Grant in 2005. That money accounts for nearly 40% of Meyer's budget.
And we knew someday the funding could go away. That was always on the table. We knew that just because we knew people didn't believe in it. The funding actually said it's alternatives to abortion. Well, they want this to be an abortion state where every single person believes that abortion is the answer.
Minnesota Attorney General Keith Ellison also issued a consumer alert this summer, saying the centers manipulate pregnant individuals out of seeking care from certified reproductive health and abortion providers. Then
we come to election and we come to today where I'm being told that my state funding is not necessary, that I should not have it for what I believe. You do not need it to serve the women you have because you believe something different than what we believe. That's a slap in the face.
Last month, Minnesota Public Radio labeled the nonprofits crisis pregnancy centers, saying the non-medical anti-abortion organizations deceive pregnant people and discourage abortion.
I'm not a crisis pregnancy center. I'm a pregnancy medical clinic. I don't deceive women. You ask a question to my nurse, she'll answer it. What do you need to know? We will give it to you. I feel we have to tell our story because our story is not being told. No one is asking. They're just putting out lies without any evidence. There's nothing there.
Governor Walz told NPR he's ready to end payments, accusing the centers of spreading misinformation. His office did not respond to our request for comment.
I would like to know how they know that. I've never given them any cause to know that. I follow the guidelines of the Minnesota Department of Health, CDC, ACOG. We do have evidence-based programs here, but they wouldn't know that because they haven't asked.
But Alpha News did. An online search brought Asita Compare to Options last year after tragedy.
During birth, I lost my baby in a very dark place.
Within months, she was pregnant again, but struggled with what to do.
It wasn't going as expected because I kind of started having all those emotions possible. What am I gonna do? Did I feel like I was replacing that baby? Yes, I did. Did I feel like I was doing the right thing? Maybe not. The first thought was, should I get rid of that baby? Will that solve the issue? Maybe, maybe not, but I said I needed to see somebody to talk about that, so, and that name popped up. And I walked in here crying, and I sat down. But you know what? I've never met those people here. Never seen them in my whole life. And I walk in here, and there was people to hold me.
Nayla just celebrated her first birthday and is adored by her parents and big sisters.
I'm sure you can't imagine your life without your daughter.
No. She has a lot that looks like me, and I think I would never have forgiven myself for that. It makes me sad to hear that, you know, they might have to cut down their services. And, you know, sometimes, like I said, all you just need to know is just to see that baby and just make a decision. Seeing that beautiful baby can turn things around for you. But if you can't afford an ultrasound or you don't have an insurance, and then what are you going to do? Of course, then you'll have to go get an abortion without even trying to see that baby.
It's a small program. We are a small team. But taking that funding away will directly impact that. And we'll have to turn women away. These are the faces that keep us going every day.
The pictures of the babies they've helped deliver are kept in back, away from women who have yet to make their decisions.
You see them blossom from when they first came in to when they leave your program. They're just a whole new person. There's so much confidence. They're so excited about this new chapter of life.
And while discouraged by Minnesota's radical new abortion law, Meyer won't give up for the women and the babies she believes deserve better.
The laws that were passed, me as a director, that makes it look like the whole state of Minnesota, that is what they want, and that's what everybody wants. And you start to question things. This makes it hard to do your job because you know there are people that do not believe that. And the women that do come in struggle hard with that decision. And to have the narrative that abortion is the answer, the only answer, that's not fair to them.